Hello and welcome. This is going to be a Divine Masculine check-in for the Aquarius full moon coming up tomorrow on August 3rd. And I'm going to do these. I keep trying to get through all the signs and I only get through 4, so I'm going to split them into the 3 elements. So this will be for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And assuming Spirit stays with me, I'm going to do some check-ins for Divine Feminines as well. And we will just see whatever happens to come about while we're doing this. So first I'm going to just ask for some, ooh, goodness, cards thrown everywhere, some energy cards. It's not specifically what these are. These are Shaman's Oracle, but, medicine cards. But I like to use them as kind of the energy of what's going on. So thank you, Spirit, for showing us what our water baby divine masculines are up to from now until the end of the full moon in Aquarius, Sun in Cancer, or Sun in Leo. Now, I want to say that, the Aquarius and Leo, it's kind of like the circus versus the circus lion. And at this point in time, all the energies that we have going on around us between Saturn retrograde, where Neptune and Pluto are, with Mars and Aries and all the different conjuncts that we have, it's the image I kind of get is the lion, rather than the lion trying to break free of the circus, the lion instead decides to scare away all of the clowns and carnies and things like that and freeze everyone else. So that's kind of the image that I'm getting right now. Also, I keep getting a song coming into my head. It's I Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis Presley. So if that resonates for anybody, please let me know. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, we got one there. We got a couple more that fill out, but I'm not going to take them, so we'll put that up here first. What do we got? Sea Creatures Community. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that. I was having a bit of weird tech problem there. Oh, what do we got there? Prayer? Perfect. Whatever it was, it freed up something. Okay, you know what? I think I'm feeling like I'm going to keep pulling a couple more. I usually stop at a couple, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe we want at least 4 for our Cancer Divine Masculines. Thank you for a couple more, Spirit, if they're in there. Oh, there we go. Ooh. And we're going to go with that one, I think. And on the bottom, we got Vision Quest. Still getting used to about where this camera adjusts. Apologize for any blurriness on there, but I also take that as a part of a sign with this that that means this isn't quite clear, either for them or for you. Now what we have in here is it's looking like a lot of throat chakra stuff, which I'm not surprised by. There's been a lot of throat chakra energy going on, and if you're noticing any sort of like lump in the throat or desire to sing or do things of that nature, and even burping, sneezing, stuff like that, that could be throat chakra clearing. That could be stuff coming that you're reflecting either as a divine masculine or as a divine feminine. Now this card is a really good card to see in here too, the Death card, which is for transmigration. Kind of that when you get to that precipice, that threshold, and then suddenly the caterpillar breaks free from the cocoon. That's what this one makes me think about. But it's that guiding light, and what these water baby divine masculines are looking at is their divine feminine, who, I mean, you can see in this card, there's a bright radiant light around, and there are some stars in the end, but her body is actually full of stars and the matter of the universe. And I'm really getting a strong pull, especially on this card, and I'm noticing actually something I didn't see before, that there's red streaks just up here. There's a couple of really faded ones there, but they're really close at the top. And I know that I've been seeing a fair amount of orange, which we have some here, and even the bottom card here is some orange. So I think what's going on is that these divine masculines are healing mother wound stuff, which is the red root chakra, but there's much less of it here. I mean, even you can see there's a little bit in this card. Almost looks like that dolphin is crying a red tear there. So it's, releasing past traumas. I'm getting a sense actually that, and we'll clarify, but this seems more like releasing the old community rather than, like, I get a sense that they want to have new community, but first they must release the old. And this is immersion, so in some way they're either feeling immersed in the past, in their old community, their old ways, probably karmics that they've been dealing with that have been bringing back up the cycles that they've been going through and helping them to see them more clearly. And it's painful sometimes, but that painfulness is also bringing them into a state of prayer. And in this one, we can see more of a masculine figure in there praying, and this is kind of an androgynous figure. It could be male or female, so it's, it's representative spirit and of hope. But there's, I get a strong hit that for this particular reading, the person in the center is divine feminine, and divine masculine is is following the lead of divine femme. So this is good. So a lot of you divine femmes that are connected on this channel, you've been listening either to me or other readers who have been talking about don't steer your ship into your divine masculine. Like, they're watching you. So if you're watching them, then you're both just watching each other and you're continuing the cycles. But if you turn and look and you actually move towards what you want and you connect with spirit and you keep doing that, then divine masculine's looking at you and you're looking at spirit and following your heart, so you both move that direction. Also, I'm feeling really called to share that earlier my attention was called to a rainbow that was around the sun. And interesting enough, I've seen that happen with the moon, but I've never seen it happen with the sun. And this card is really drawing me into that. And rainbows are really connected to hope and luck. And at least I've noticed in our particular journey, it usually means a cycle is completing, like a smaller one. It's a level up of some kind. And it's a moment, it's kind of an aha moment, and also like a moment of inspiration. I mean, kind of awe in the universe sort of thing, which is, I think, how a lot of people feel, especially if you haven't seen a rainbow in a long time. So, and then, yeah, I think it's funny because if we're looking at it in the order of like releasing these past cycles and past drama, having been in a really immersed in these karmic cycles, and the divine feminines for these masculines, they started moving heart forward. This is very reminiscent of Queen of Wands energy. I'm going to laugh if the Queen of Wands comes out on there. And divine masculine is following divine feminine and finding the universe in himself. And that's allowing him to actually call in. That's what this feels like. Call in for rebirth. Call in for tower moments. Call in for phoenix moments. And you know what? This really feels like allowing the messages to come in, picking up the feathers that they see on their path, allowing them to become a little bundle for them, allowing their spirits to be restored, and really learning how to fill their own cup. And I'm also getting, it's kind of feeling like this little glow around this card is allowing that spirit to glow from within and create a barrier protection on a lot of little jabs that are probably coming in from karmic situations that they're on. And I think that that is what's leading them towards this, the vision quest, where, and again, just like with this card, they see you looking out there, and that's bringing them hope. I'm also getting the sense that for any of you that feel called to do it and it doesn't feel inappropriate, take a risk and send your DM pictures of you smiling a little more often, and really allow them to see you glow up. You know, it actually inspires them to keep moving in their situation. And if you're in separation, it's funny, a moth just flew in towards me, so moth to a flame, right? It really attracts them into you. And especially if you're in separation and you had some kind of breakup that had anything to do with them needing to mature, or jumping into, third-party karmic situation. Like, to see you crushed just keeps them in their old karmic cycles, but to see you rise up and continue to be love and light, and especially towards them, like, that's very inspiring for them, and they don't have many people around them that do that. At least not with somehow overpowering somebody. Okay, so let's see what is going on here. I'm going to ask for a little bit of clarification on this immersion card, which feels like it has to do with releasing past stuff. And if we got time, I'll do a little extra. I'm going to go as in-depth as I can without running too far over my limit. Oh yeah, look at that. 5 of Wands reversed. Oh, and the Ace of Cups. In the bottom we have 4 of Cups reversed, and in the middle we have Strength. Yeah. Yeah, and just looking at the way that these cards are laid out here, what I'm getting the sense of is that they're they're releasing old drama. Like in upright, this is often a card of building something together, like playful competition. Yeah, there could be a little bit of fighting, but it's productive. But in reverse, it's just drama. Often communication wise, it could be using sexuality, words to hurt, and nothing is getting built. It's just delay after delay after delay. It's kind of the like Thomas the Train with confusion and delay, right? That's what that does. And what it is that because this card is sneaking over here, this is them recognizing that they feel that their cup is filled when they move towards what you're doing. And some of them have connected that it's moved towards you, yourself, but they're actually doing what they didn't recognize in the first place, and recognizing that it's not necessarily you specifically, Divine Femme, it's spirit. But that's the good thing, because when they connect with spirit, they connect with themselves, and when they connect with themselves, they are like the moth to a flame. They are naturally pulled towards you, because if you're called to this reading, you're likely a twin flame. Yeah, and I think what I'm seeing in the bottom here, like this is them. I mean, let's look at this. They're withdrawing. They're having emotional breakthroughs, but they're withdrawing, and their boundaries are getting broken, but that's actually having them stand in their truth, and they're allowing their fiery nature to come out, because they're tired of feeling like a little kid, and they're ready to grow up. They're tired of all their money disappearing, of them being tricked. They're ready to manifest more, and they're getting ready to rest, or they have been resting. Somehow they are finding. In fact, no. You know what? I'm getting really pulled to the characters in this, and I think what it is that they're starting to see through that this has been a facade for them, and they're getting into a mindful, meditative place. Some of them are sobering up. Some of them are getting more rest. They're doing what they need to be able to progress, because they're getting ready to make a jump. They've been working hard, and they're tired of being with this person. Yeah, they're ready for victory. They're ready to free themselves. They're tired of tower after tower that doesn't actually complete anything. They want this. They want a full tower. They've probably been cheated on a couple of times, looks like. Confused. There's been games and jealousy making. They've not really had any real time to themselves. They've had to fight for everything. And Spirit's coming in with lots of, you know, tower moments and phoenix moments and changing things up. They recognize that they're in a space that's not going to take them to a good place. Next. So I'm going to leave these two cards here. And let's just look at, because of time, let's look at, you know what? Spirit, it would be nice to have a couple cards. And what are they praying for? What's their hope right now for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Divine Masculines? Star in reverse. Oh, I'm not going to take all of those. You know what? I'm not going to take any of those, but it was 4 cards that came out, and I think that's significant. The Star is an Aquarius card, so it could be that they have a karmic or a roommate or some sort of situation with an Aquarius that they would like to leave, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. It could also be that they're praying for balance. They're praying for Spirit to help them understand. Thank you for one more card on this, Spirit. What are they? Our water baby DMs praying for. What are they hoping for right now? I might not get much on this one. Oh. Well, we have a lot of cards that are kind of flipping out. It might be that they're not exactly sure what they want. You know what? Oh, wow. Okay, I'm getting them. I'm not going to take all these cards, but I want to show what came out. Emperor, 6 of Wands, Tower reversed, 9 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups, which, I mean, it seems pretty clear. You know, the Emperor wants to come home. He wants victory. He's tired of the towers. He wants his wish fulfillment, and he's actually ready to do it the right way and take the spirit journey, because someone else was saying, I think it was Mark, the way that you leave something is the way that you enter the next thing. And especially for any of you that they left you in the lurch, they not only do they not want to do that to these karmics, regardless of whether or not they were good to them, but they recognize something about the honorableness in how you have upheld yourself, and they want to return. They want to return to their wish fulfillment, but they're trying to do it right. So they're praying to understand some of this crazy spiritual stuff that you've been teaching them and showing them. And I'm actually gonna leave this card on its own. I mean, this is ego death. This is the ego death dying away and them looking to their inner being, and that's good, and that's really good alignment. And you know what? I think I'm gonna leave these as they are right there, and let's just look at what are these divine masculines. Let's just use these cards. So let's look at what's coming up for them tomorrow. Well, I suppose today it is around midnight for this full moon in Aquarius with Sun in Leo. What is likely to happen today, all through the day, let's say up to this time in the morning tomorrow. All right. Come on, Cancer, divine masculines. Oh, all right. Huh, that's so funny. Let's see what we're getting here. We got a lot of the same cards, and I know I put them in different places. This is funny. Okay. That's all right. So it's okay to get a repeating message here sometimes. Thank you for, let's do 3 more cards. Whew. Thank you for 2 more cards, Spirit. What's going on for this full moon? in Aquarius for our water baby masculines. 2 more cards, please, Spirit. Thank you for 2 more cards, Spirit. Still up in the air a little bit is kind of what I'm getting the sense of. And always keep in mind that little decisions can change things. Oh wow, we got way too many cards there. I'm going to take that one though. Thank you for 1 more card. Yeah, you wanted to come back up a couple of times. Okay, and then on the bottom of the deck we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. And in the middle, we have the 9 of Swords. Yeah, these Cancer Divine Masculines, they're tired of not getting any sleep. They're tired of feeling like they're in a prison. And I think because this card is often related to ego, what it is that something is happening right now that is going to really reach a peak when, yeah, something with their third-party situation is going to mature them. And they're probably going to have some kind of a fight that's going to cut their ego down a little bit, but it's going to help them ask for a little bit of help from Spirit, and it's going to release them from their situation that they're in. And what I'm seeing here, yeah, you see how he's looking over here? I think this is Divine Masculine here is looking at the karmic, or multiple karmics, and they're acting like victims. They're trying to win him back over with cups of poison, but he's seeing it. He can smell them. He knows what's going on, and he's guarding himself with that one. But he's also very relaxed, which is throwing them off. This is part of why it's in reverse. And in his mind, these masculines are already gone from this karmic situation. And this full moon, I'm not surprised that there is a moon in there. It's doing 2 things. One, it's revealing hidden enemies, and not just like physical people, like bad habits, things, bad thoughts, old emotions that he's been holding on to. Yeah, and he's learning to refill his own cup. He's learning to turn this upright, but there are feminine figures, whether mother wounds from the past or current or people around, who are making this difficult. They're creating drama, and these are both confusion and delay cards. And they're trying to hold them into the original contracts that they set when they got with these karmics. And there's some sort of communication that they're either threatening to out, maybe to you, especially being with this 2 of Cups, or they're withholding communication, or some of them could be kind of blackmailing the DMs and saying, no, you have to stay, because if you don't, you're breaking some sort of contract, and that I'll get you for it. Let's see what that's about. I'm kind of running low on time, but I want to know a little bit more about that contract, or whatever it is that is bringing. Wow, we got them popping up. 4 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. And they're both in reverse, so this breaking boundaries, misuse of money, materialism. Ooh, alright, what do we have there? Yeah, when they got together, there was some sort of a material agreement. Could have been houses, money, cars, things of that nature. And this Queen of Swords is not happy about losing that. Look, we got the devil again, and this time in reverse. Whereas this can be this often is a positive card, actually, in upright. It's positive commitments and things of that nature. But it's showing that this was more a deed made in the dark. And let's see, give me a little bit more about this reverse devil card right here. Like, what is this going on with? Oop. This card wanted to pop out a couple times, but she wanted to be reversed. Yeah, reverse Queen of Pentacles. She's the one, in fact, what I'm getting the sense of, and I'm getting a really strong sense on this, is that these karmic feminines, whether male or female, they had control over all the resources. This is the one who's got control over what bills get paid or don't, who gets money and who doesn't, and she's not happy. And, you know, that's based on this particular card. And so she's going Queen of Swords, which is often a karmic card, and she's getting, you know what, let's ask, what's she telling masculine? Oh, look at that reverse tower. She's threatening little earthquakes of things. Let's see, what else is she telling him? That he's not going to be able to start anything new without her. Oh, yep, look at that. 8 of Swords there. They're even coming out. 9 of Pentacles, too. She's talking about you even. Like, she's talking about how she's telling him either you won't want to start new with him, feeding into that, or she's talking about how she's going to create some sort of drama and or confusion with you. And there might be some sort of, let's see if we can, like, how is she talking about doing that? I'm getting the sense that it might be them reaching out to you in some way. Yeah, look at that communication. 9 of Wands reversed. They're possibly talking about sharing some sort of some weaknesses, something that masculine has been worried about telling you. Probably them making a bigger deal out of it, like they're the karmic making a bigger deal out of it. We got the Moon in reverse, though, hidden enemies, something that they've been holding back and repressing, and another communication card, this time the 6 of Wands, which again, very, you know, very ego-driven. It was probably some stuff that they did, yeah, look at in reverse, the World in reverse. There's something that they didn't complete, something that they were supposed to do with you. It could be a message that they were supposed to send. It could be a choice that they were supposed to make. It could be even an early contract. I wouldn't be surprised for some of these divine masculines got tricked into like wedding contracts or legal contracts or leases on houses or insurance or something that ties them in that they haven't been 100% honest on with you divine femmes, and they're worried about what, you know, they're worried that they've probably seen this karmic, especially, I mean, being in both energies, the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. They've probably seen her do a fair amount of damage to other people's reputations. And a lot of these divine masculines even, they've been in their own karmic energy and just being a bit vain, worried more, like, you know, they know that you're there. They're obviously on their way to you. They're just concerned about whether or not you're going to want them back after what they've done on that. But you know what? Yeah, I see on the bottom we got the wands, and we got the victory coming in at this point, and there's some spiritual help coming even. So keep sending love and light. Keep going on your journey. Let them follow you. It's not necessarily runner chaser energy, but just, you know, be in that space of following your heart and following spirit and your intuition, and they'll continue to follow you, and that will help them get out of these situations. I'm getting a sense fairly soon. All right, please comment below with any feedback or questions. I'm going to go ahead and do the earth and air signs next. Thanks so much.